Good Monday evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop. JoJo, what's going on?
Oh, just enjoying this nice warm weather.
I tell you what, is it not awesome? Because I was looking at the temperatures earlier, and they are going up.
I did. I had to take a peek. I went down there, but I had to take a peek. We hit over 70 degrees on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And then I looked again, and it was like 72.
Yeah, it was. I've been kind of watching it, and earlier, if I'm not mistaken, I think I seen where it said 74 on the surface.
Yeah. So, I mean, just over a span of a week, we've had some major uptick in temperature.
If you can see it here, that top number says 74 degrees. So
Yeah.
it is warming up nicely.
Yeah.
That's good 5 mil. You know, I just noticed something.
5 mil. Yes, 5 mil. 5 mil water temperatures.
Yeah. No, I just noticed something. I forgot to turn my light on. I'm kind of shadowy. Oops. It's been one of those days. But yes, it is warming up. And the weather forecast, even though there's rain in the forecast, it still looks like that we're still going to get the decent temperatures, which is going to make that water warm up even faster.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm hoping visibility's still good.
Well, you know, Mother Nature. You know how Mother Nature is, so let's see. Look, huh?
I know how exactly she is.
Yeah, looks like Mr. Chad's in here. Good evening, sir. I believe Chad is just about ready to go on that side mount stuff, so we've got him all fitted out, and he's just waiting to jump into class. Mr. Michael Schutz is here. Mike is taking your lead there, JoJo. He won't be back for a month. Hey, a lot of stuff going on. And it looks like Mr. Sean's in here. Good evening, Mr. Sean. Chris says, hell yeah, or Chad, I'm sorry, says, hell yeah, I just need a class, then I can be a cool kid.
I'm about a cool kid, but definitely skip a surface interval.
Yeah. Oh goodness! It's yeah, JoJo. It was it was really the first quote unquote busy weekend of the season. We actually met some or had a shop from down around Atlanta this weekend. Had 12 folks with them, and so they got to experience the Kentucky Piranha and even shirts.
They're already out in force.
Well, I tell you what, I was observing this, and as soon as I tell this story here, we'll throw tonight's trivia question up. But there's one thing to be just mean, but it's another thing to be brutally mean. And it was really funny to me and everybody else sitting up on the bank. One of his divers, the instructor was in the water. This was the Georgia group. And one of the divers on the group was standing on the bank chucking hot dog buns out at the instructor. So that was brutal right there. I'm like, I wouldn't even done that.
There's no people left after that one.
Oh yeah. It's that was I mean, they're tormenting enough, but that's just adding salt to the wound right there. It's like. So.
And I believe you got all those shirts up in stock, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Tracy Smith, good evening. Hope to be back there this summer, recovering from a knee replacement. Going diving Saturday for the first time since surgery. Well, we hope everything goes well, Tracy. We look forward to seeing you and hope you have an awesome time diving. Lee, he asked, how's the water? It's wet. Wet and warming up, so. Yeah, wet and warming up. Mr. Tony's in here. What's your last name says it was packed Saturday. A little inside joke there. Jojo, uh, your mic might be a little loud. You're coming in a little distorted.
All right. How's that? Test, test. Better or worse?
You still got that hum. We need to start a GoFundMe for you for a new studio mic.
I just need a studio. Oh, now, you get rid of the home.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's better. I was hearing it in my, of course I can always mute you right there. Yeah, my buttons aren't wanting to work. Let's see. All right, somehow JoJo's mic got turned off. Hold on. All right, JoJo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, your little button over here, Joe's mic, it went to green. So I don't know, it like turned it off. Now it's red so we can hear you.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Every time we get on, we have to readjust it.
There's always gremlins in the system. I don't know. Yeah, not really sure. Let's see. Tom says the same. Chad says I got 10 on it. All right. So, yeah, it was a pretty busy weekend. Saturday, of course, yesterday was Mother's Day, and I kind of got tickled. The group leader from the Georgia group had a picture of himself at the payphone, and he showed me the post he put for the shop that said, "Don't forget to call your mothers for Mother's Day." And it's a picture of him at the payphone. So I thought, like, hey, that's a pretty good idea. I never thought about that one.
That is. You ain't getting the phone call from the extended warranty people, though.
Yeah, no, that's, yeah. Hard to get those calls underwater. We have a natural spam blocker. Oh goodness, but yeah, so things are ramping up. We only have two more weeks roughly until 2 weeks until from today until the official summer season starts, and of course Memorial Day. So, want to make sure we remind everybody the season will change, our hours will change after Memorial Day. That's when we hit our summer season. And it's 6 days a week for 3 months.
You're going to need more than a day off.
What's a day off? Yeah, I don't see a day like a day off. All right. So let's get to tonight's trivia question here. And this is actually a really good one. Of course, I'm sure somebody's going to hit the Google machine, but I want to see if my button works. I got this cool little contraption over here that lets me do little fun things with the program, so I'm going to try and see. Let's see. There's my clock. And the trivia question, there it goes. Roughly, how many calories does a diver burn during an hour dive? So, roughly, how many calories does a diver dive during an hour-long dive? I don't know. The answer was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
No wonder we're always,
done. Might explain why you're hungry when you're done.
I know. I don't know what it is. At surface intervals, I'm like, man, I could really go for a snack. So
yeah.
All right.
Those ribs taste really good.
All right, JoJo, are you taking note? We've already got a couple of guesses in here. Chad says, "Wow, great question." All right. Tom says 150. So, how many calories roughly does a diver burn during an hour-long dive? Frank says 1,200. So throw your answers up there in the comments. This was really a good one. I didn't know this one.
Yeah.
Makes you hungry. Dave says 2,000. Lee says none because they gain them back by drinking beer afterwards.
It helps the beer consumption.
Burn the calories to make more room for beer, huh? Michael, huh?
I'll take the rum.
I'll take the rum. Michael says 3,500. So, roughly how many calories does a diver burn during an hour-long dive? And we will bring you, keep those guesses coming in. We'll bring you the answer here in about 30 minutes. So, keep those guesses coming in. JoJo, you keeping a tab on them?
Oh, yeah, I got Tom, I got Frank, Dave, and Michael's guests down here.
Yeah, and Michael Schutz just threw up 350. Chad says, for a 6-mile run at a moderate pace, I burn 800 calories. I wonder how much for scuba. So, are you going with 800, Chad? I don't know. Just throw your guess up there. Like I said, it's pretty interesting. I wouldn't. Yeah. You know what? And Tom just brought up a good point too, because the answer did not specify, but cold water does cause your body to burn calories. So the answer could actually be off because it doesn't specify warm or cold water.
Just says on average.
Average. That's the reason we said roughly. I'm thinking too much into it.
There is a range. Of course, it's going to be water temperature, activity level, experience.
A lot of stuff plays into it. So, Chad says he's going with 1,200. So, all right. Roughly, how many calories does a diver burn during an hour-long dive? Throw your answer up in the comments, and we're going to come back to it. I'll take a quick break in between our chit-chatting on Scuba and throw this up there just to remind anybody who's just now tuning in at that point. That way everybody can get in on the fun. It's an interesting range, I have to say. I did not know this, but so like I said, JoJo, I'm ready for summer season. I'm ready for 85-degree water, thermocline's about 20, 25 foot, or going someplace where there's no thermoclines.
That is nice. I know Rotan's coming up this winter.
Yeah, well, see, the good thing about Roatan is it's coming up after the water here starts cooling down. So, really looking forward to that. Let's see. Michael Clark says 400 to 700. Dave Lowney says, and the closest price without going over is. As soon as I can figure out how to get this thing to do sound bites, we'll do like the Price is Right, or whatever. I haven't figured out how to get it to do sound bites yet.
I play with it long enough, you figure it out.
Yeah, I've been working with the software for a little over 3 years now, so I'm still learning stuff about it. Anyway, so, coming close to that summer season, a couple of events come to mind. The Memorial Day dive, which we was hoping to get Chris McKay, who is with the Sheepdog Impact Assistance out of Southern Indiana, on with us. But unfortunately, he wasn't available tonight to come on and kind of give us some details about, the events that's going to go on in 2 weeks. He did send me some pictures, though, and I don't know. I'm sure I can pull them over. But he's got a couple of new things to sync for the Veterans Memorial. and one of them is an eagle with its wings spread, and it's about 40 inches tall, and it's a concrete statue. So this is going to be fun putting in. Let me tell you. Um, and then the other one is a name plaque for the site, and I'm going to see if I can get that pulled over here in just a second. Let's see. All right, let's see if it'll send. I'm trying to send it to myself from my phone, so bear with me just a second. I'm gonna get that and the eagle statue. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you haven't been out to it, come out Memorial Weekend. It's a somber event, but it'll weigh on you, and you'll be much more for it.
Well, and I know, of course, if you have anyone in your family that served in the military that has passed, they'll do dog tags and place them at the memorial site. It's kind of a fundraiser because they're a nonprofit program. Uh, so they do all kinds of stuff with veterans and like natural disaster relief and stuff like that. So, let's see.
Yep, they helped out in Western Kentucky during the tornadoes.
Well, even the most recent down in what was it, Mississippi, Alabama area, they went down there. Let's see, will it let me? I want to see if this will let me download it. All right. There's one. And there's two. Okay. So I might actually be able to show you guys these. If my computer will work right. Huh?
It's the left button.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know, my computer's like dragging for some reason.
All I do is sit here and look in the screen.
Well, I'm looking in screens too, but I'm looking like at three different screens. So, all right. So I've got one pulled over. Let me get this other one pulled over. All right. Let's see if I can go back. There we go. All right. So this first one here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut to it. This is the eagle statue that was sent that we're looking at trying to get into the water. I don't know if we'll get it in, Memorial Day or before Memorial Day. It depends on if they want it painted. So that's going to take time there. But this thing is 40 inches tall from the ground to the tip of the wings. So, I mean, it's not a small statue.
No, it is not. That's also something not to be playing with if you don't want to get hurt underwater.
Yeah. Yeah. The All right, and I'm going to go to the second one. Now, this next one that I'm going to show you guys is actually the memorial name. Now, I know if you guys have some of the older divers who've been diving with us for, 15, 20 years, you're going to remember this name. But this one here is the nameplate that's going to go down there. It's the Thomas Leslie Simmons Heroes Underwater Memorial. And it's going to go down. For you guys who don't know who Les was, he was actually our first staff member at the park years ago when we first opened in 1994. I still remember the day he came down. He was retired from Special Forces. He used to be a real heavy alcoholic, and he found he dropped the alcohol for scuba diving, and he was a scuba holic from then until till the end. But he passed away in 2012 at the ripe old age of 76. And when we put the memorial in, we put it in his honor because he was a career military, special forces, Vietnam veteran. So that's going to go on for him for the Veterans Memorial. Let's see. So let's see. There we go. All right, my button didn't work. I tried to switch it back to us, and it didn't want to switch. So anyway, so that's going on. They're going to be doing the dog tags again this year. I'm pretty sure he told me there's going to have their machine out there, their stamper, so folks can get dog tags there, and they're going to go down and do the annual dive of placing the dog tags on the Century. So pretty awesome event. Did I miss any comments, Joe?
Nope, I think we're right on it.
All right, let's see. Dave says have your buddy spayed or neutered.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what buddy's talking about. So I'm your buddy, and I don't want to be spayed or neutered.
Frank says at least one pulled pork sandwich, potato chips, and a Coke worth of calories. Oh, goodness. Oh, speaking of that, and I'm glad that Frank brought that up, because guess who started back this last weekend?
Cowboys back. I know. I sent a message.
Yeah.
I hope the grill's empty, and I'll be down in a few weeks to get my piece of the pie there.
Your piece of the pork?
Yeah, it's a piece of the pork. Yeah.
So yeah, it was really funny because he had told me about a month ago. He's like, "Hey, I'm planning on coming down, starting back on the weekend of the 13th," and he said, "I'm going to do a limited menu until Memorial Day weekend, then I'll have everything." I said, "Okay." Well, I called him Friday just to, I need to call and double check with him. He had already forgot about it. I'm like, dude, you said you was going to be here. Well, if I said I was going to be there, I'll be there. And he was. So, yeah, and he's got some new hot dogs, too. Let me tell you, those things are good. But, oh, yeah. Let's see. All right. So, I don't know if we've got anybody just joining us or not. We've already got several good guesses on tonight's trivia question. Roughly how many calories does a diver burn during an hour-long dive?
We've ranged from 150 to 3,500.
Yeah, that's a big range.
Nice range there.
So, yeah. So, roughly how many calories does a diver burn during an hour-long dive? Comment your answer in the comment section. And I think we're probably we're just about 20 minutes away from revealing the answer. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember who it was, but that's fine. But I think I did see a correct answer in there.
You did.
So, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I thought I did. So,
somebody either knows their stuff or is on the Google machine.
On the Google machine. Looks like Mr. Jeff Hoyer is joining us. Good evening, sir. And then my lovely wife just chimed in and said hi. So I bet she's either in the living room or in her office on her computer. So, of course, hi, Krista. And of course, the big event of the season that we're still building up to is
Women's Dive Day.
Women's Dive Day. And let me tell you, I'm super excited about this. the diving through the decades theme is going to be awesome. It's just, you know, I don't know exactly how to explain it. We are going to have a couple of demos there, demo events. Of course, the treasure hunt. The cool thing is that one of our local divers instructors is really big into the old double hose regulators. And he's a huge collector. He has like close to 40 of these things. He gets them, he rebuilds them, and he dives them. And it's really cool because he has agreed to bring a couple and let people demo with him, go in and make a dive on the old two hose style regulators. So I think that's pretty cool.
Need a C card for that.
Yeah. Then, of course, not only do you get an opportunity to dive the old two hose regulators, which I see them and it reminds me of like a rebreather. You don't have any bubbles coming out the front; they all come out the back, and it's really cool, huh?
There, bubbles drive me nuts. They're always in my face.
Always. Gosh. Always. All right. Let's see. Looks like Emily has guessed 400. Jeff says 400 to 700. Chad says that's cheating. Google equals bad mojo.
Yeah, it's much more fun if you can look it up.
Yeah, it takes all the fun out of it. Looks like Mr. John Land's joining us. Good evening, sir. Always a pleasure when Mr. John joins us. He's been diving for many years, a wealth of knowledge, and always appreciating tuning in when he has the opportunity, whether it's in a nice tropical destination location or it's here at home. So, oh yes, yeah, the twin hose were great for photos. I've got a couple of them. Actually, I don't. Dad does, but yeah, I can honestly say I have never dove on one. I've breathed from one, but just on the surface, never dove it. So, hey Joe, I called it. John's in Utila. Must be nice.
Must be.
I've always said that's the kind of job I want. I want John's job right there. That's what I want to do. Let's see. All right, but back to Women's Dive Day. Sorry, I got sidetracked on the whole Utila and the two hose regulator. But we'll also be having the Ocean Reef rep out. He will be doing full face demos. So if you've ever wanted to try a full face mask, that's a perfect opportunity to. The Ocean Reef. I love my Ocean Reef. Dove it quite a bit in Roatan, and I think I only made one dive on traditional scuba. Every dive I made every other dive was with my full face. Loved it.
Yeah, it worked great for me too.
Jeff says he doesn't need Google. He has the text a friend feature. Phone a friend. Lifelines. I apologize for being so much in the dark tonight, guys. I forgot to rig up my light in front of me. The plus side of that is at least I can see the screen. I don't have a light blinding me in the eyes. Oh goodness. Let's see. Can we get a 50-50, Joe? Yeah. He said he could. He's got the text a friend feature.
It's not 50. How's that? What's
It's
another
not
one
50.
we
It's not 50. Oh
75
goodness.
one.
But it is Women's Dive Day is always a fun event. Lots of stuff going on. The annual treasure hunt goes on during Women's Dive Day. Um, we've got a couple of more shops participating this year, so we're hopefully we had about 120 women divers last year, and we're hoping that we hit about the 140 150 mark this year. So going to be a fun event. Can't wait.
Yep. We'll be sporting our tuxedo shirts. Enjoying the day.
Oh yeah, be having the shuttle service. I think Brandon's going to have his side by side, hauling equipment and divers down the hill, and of course tank shuttles, and yeah, always always a busy day.
Should have at least 3 vehicles going that day.
Yeah, actually, I think we're going to have 4.
4?
Yeah, I think we're going to have 4. So, or if you count Brian's golf cart, there'll be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh?
Feeling privileged to get on Brian's.
Oh, but yeah, it's and hopefully, we'll be pushing those 25, 30 foot thermoclines that weekend. Surface temperature, 82, 83 degrees. Hopefully it's nice and sunny. This last weekend it was like, we had people calling on Friday, like, what happens if it rains? Are you guys gonna, close or anything? And I'm like, only if it's lightning. And I mean, the forecast was horrible all weekend. They're calling for thunderstorms, this and that. And I don't really, I know it thundered about 3:30, 4 o'clock yesterday evening, but it never did rain. So, of course, all the divers were already out of the water, but,
We had some overnight, and of course, me left my windows down in the truck.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a shower on Saturday. Not a whole lot. It was enough that Cowboy had to run up and roll his windows up, but I got a little wet, but that's all right. Just didn't get to hit the water. But in other news, the last 2 weekends we have had night divers, and they have got to experience the new lighting at the pavilion area, and several comments about how well it is lit up and looks. So, going to definitely make night diving a whole different thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Miss the catfish.
Yeah, let me tell you, those, huh?
Those little 2 inches that only come out at night.
2 inches that only come out at night.
Little catfish are only like 2 inches long, and they only come out at night.
Oh, I'm talking about the big ones that we've been seeing. Yeah, that surprised me.
Yeah, we're looking at good 10-pounders swimming around.
Oh yeah, 10, 12 pounders, and 5 or 6 of them in a school. I mean, they are definitely out this year. Even had reports of bass around the RV. So, I mean, yeah. So, I don't know. I guess they was on vacation last year.
I guess, because they disappeared, and I haven't seen them since.
Yeah. Last weekend, we had somebody reported seeing bass, seeing a couple, 1 or 2, down by the RV. So,
I still think we need to dump about 500 of them and a bunch of fathead minnows in.
So here you go, boys. Eat up. Get the attack piranhas.
2-3 inches. They'll be about 6 inches in about 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
Give
I
them
was
another
going, huh?
no more. Give them another 6 weeks. There will be no more piranhas.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I was going back through some old photos yesterday, and I found one that was pretty interesting. Let's see.
Everybody says if we keep feed them, the more fish there'll be. Problem is we keep getting more bluegill.
Well, unless you're that mean dive buddy who's throwing breadcrumbs at your instructor. uh, that was brutal. I wouldn't even do that.
You get a couple koi, right?
Huh?
You get a couple koi, right?
Yeah. Oh, here it is. I don't know how well, because this is a small picture. This was actually taken, I think, around 2005, if I'm not mistaken. We were talking about bass. This one was actually taken in the school bus. My computer's like lagging for some reason. I don't know why.
I have some good pictures of a couple pair of them that hang at the RV all the time. Again, they
Oh yeah,
disappeared, and I haven't seen them in a few years. So I
yeah.
figured somebody come down and either caught them or
There's no telling. See if I can get this loaded over here. Yeah, it's like my whole computer is like lagging here trying to load stuff.
it's Monday.
Uh,
Everybody's
I guess it worked too hard, or it's working too hard. I don't know. There it goes. All right. So
like
this, huh?
on a Monday. We only put in like 10% on a Monday. Any more than that is like overdoing it.
Got to pace yourself for the rest of the week. So this picture here, like I said, was taken around 2005 in the school bus by one of our divers, and it was pretty interesting to see. And I'll go ahead and cut to it right there. But that's one of the bass enjoying one of the Kentucky piranha.
Yeah, lunch is served.
Yeah, I wished we had more of that going on.
Maybe we can work something out this fall. Get it going. One
Yes,
after
sir.
everybody down.
Oh, but yeah. But like I said, I'm really surprised, as far as the activity, the catfish, those big ones coming up, like they have been. They haven't done that since really before the pandemic. So I don't know if they decided to quarantine themselves or what. But there's some nice size ones coming up.
They'll normally see the 2 or 3 pounders, and there's only 3 or 4 of them swimming around.
Oh yeah.
Those ones that the other day were big.
Well, we was sitting at the ramp the other day talking to some divers who had just come out of the water, and when one of the big ones swam across the ledge into the confined area, like towards the ramp, and I'm like, "Look at that thing!" I mean, and it was probably, I don't know, probably a 12, 14 pounder. He was about almost 2 foot long. Just I was 40, 50 foot away from it. So, I mean, it looked that big from where I was at anyway. So it was a big one. Oh, all right. Well, let's see. JoJo, it is 8:41. Let's go ahead and get one last look at the trivia question before we start revealing the answers. And I'll have to say there was a lot of awesome guesses. You guys done awesome. I did see somebody did hit the correct answer. So let's just go ahead and throw this. See if there's any final guesses that you want to get in. Roughly, how many calories does a diver burn during an hour-long dive? So, how many guesses do we have so far, JoJo?
9.
Okay.
So, not everybody's on here. It looks like.
Yeah.
Just gotta get in.
So it looks like everybody's got their guesses in. I don't know if we've got anybody new in or not. It just popped up one more come in. So if you want to answer it, throw your answer in the comment. Roughly, how many calories does a diver burn during an hour-long dive? So, JoJo, if you didn't know the answer to this one, what would you guess?
I was in the 300 to 400 calorie range. I knew it was up there a little bit.
Okay, let's see. I was on the opposite end of the spectrum because I was going to say 12 to 1500. So, because I do know you get, from an hour-long dive, you get a better cardio workout. Therefore, you're going to be burning more. So yeah. So I guessed the other end of the spectrum.
I was thinking of a good hour cardio workout. It's about 300 to 400 calories.
I don't know. Diving can be strenuous, though.
It can be.
Especially when you're fighting dry suit and side mount.
Yes. I still haven't got that dry suit lassoed in yet. It is still giving me fits.
All right. Brian answered about 500. So there gives us 10 answers there. All right. Anybody else wanna take a stab at this one before we reveal the answer? It is a good workout, though. I mean, you don't really, when you're underwater and you're diving, you don't really realize how strenuous it actually is.
Yeah, you don't notice it.
No, you don't. Hey, that's my favorite way to work out.
Yes, we need to dive more.
Do what?
Yes, we need to dive more.
Yeah.
Good for your health.
We got a last second guess come in. Jay guessed 800.
All right.
All right. So, all right, JoJo, are we ready to reveal the answer?
I'm ready. Got a lot of good ones out here.
We do. Yeah, everybody was right in the in the area for sure. All right, JoJo, what is the answer to tonight's trivia?
Lowest was about 150. I feel like I'd burn that just putting on a wetsuit.
I burned that looking at my dry suit.
It's a range between we said 5 to 7. I believe was the range we were given.
I think it was 4 to 7.
7.
Yeah, the rough average is 400 to 700 calories per hour.
Yeah, approximately 600 calories on average per diver.
Yeah,
is 600 calories. And a lot of that is just to maintain your body heat, not the actual work, the diving itself. It's the maintained body heat.
Maintain body heat. Because how much faster do we lose body heat underwater than air?
4 times faster.
Huh?
Lose heat 4 times, 25 times faster.
I was going to say 4 times faster. Man, why do we have to have dry suits? So yes, it is 25 times faster. So Jeff says unless you pee. Well, unless you got a pee valve in your dry suit, you might not want to do that in the dry suit. uh, otherwise known as the auxiliary heaters. So,
Or
but yeah,
you get a good vest.
huh?
Or you just get a good heated vest.
Yeah, just get a good heated vest. So I mean, we had a lot of awesome guesses. I know there was a couple that I'd seen that had guessed between 400 and 700. So I mean, you figure if you make 3 dives a day and you burn, at least 600 calories per dive, that's 1,800 calories a day that you're burning.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
pretty good. You deserved your dinner that day.
yeah, if it's an hour-long dive. So I
That's
try to
on
stay
average.
down. Huh?
That's an average. Again,
Yeah.
water temperature warmer, not going to burn as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in
That
better
is
shape,
true.
burn as much.
Huh?
If you're in better shape, probably not going to burn as much.
Yeah. Hey, I'm always in good shape. I'm round. Round is a shape. Yep. I'm definitely round. That's a shape. Let's see. All right. Yeah, like I said, a lot of great guesses out there, guys. Like JoJo said, on average is about 600. The range is roughly 400 to 700, depending on temperature, exposure, and all that other veritable stuff that divers have to take into account. Let's see. Jeff says I'm short and round. Well, I'm not short, but I'm still round.
The short part.
Oh goodness. Well, JoJo, the next thing up. This is the second to last episode for our spring season. So we've got 3 months off after next Monday night to dive.
To go diving. Enjoy season and going diving. Gotta get the help fellow divers out. I mean, you beat that.
Oh yeah. But of course, that's not the only thing we're going to take time to do. Me and JoJo have talked about kind of reformatting the live cast here on Monday nights and doing a few things a little bit different. Not going to let any cats out of the bag right now on that, but we'll see what me and JoJo can come up with. I think we got some pretty good ideas.
Yeah, we'll add a little bit more spark to this.
The Adventures of Chris and JoJo. Where will you find us? I don't know.
Same place Penny's found.
Probably. What, in the water? Find us in the water?
You have to find her.
Real curious, and I'm going to ask this since we're live here. Anybody on that has actually found Penny yet? You don't disclose her location, but just put in the comments if you have found her or not. I'm just curious how many people's actually seen her in the water. So, we put her in 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. All right, Dave has seen her. So my question is, Krista, I found her.
Well, I hope
you did. So my real quick question, Dave, since you're the only one who's answered yes, does she look better now in the water? Oh, Emily said she has.
How's she looking,
Yeah.
Dave?
I haven't, nobody has taken pictures of her yet that I have seen. Well, let me take that back. Let me back up. We got the ones that Brian took whenever they got her down, but not since she's kind of been situated. So, from what I can tell, she looks pretty daggone good.
Nice
Yeah, Emily says nice facelift. That was spa day. Or shall I say spa year? Oh, yeah.
Dentures and all.
Dentures and all. Oh, well, all right, JoJo. We got about 8 minutes left. What are you looking forward most in this season, Joe?
I got a lot of practice to get in this summer. A lot.
So
So
for those of you guys who don't know, which Joe got certified in side mount last year, and just got his new dry suit in December, I believe, or early January. So, uh, biggest thing with side mount, and I know JoJo can attest to this, is side mount diving with a dry suit. How difficult is it?
it's up there. I'm having trouble with it.
So I know I was talking with Chad and Emily. They were in yesterday because they're getting ready to go through side mount, and I told them that you won't be able to use your dry suit when you go through the side mount class just because it's a different beast with the buoyancy and everything. You need to get the buoyancy down before you throw something else on top of it. It's really going to throw your buoyancy off, and
Yeah.
JoJo can attest to that.
Yeah, I'm okay on side mount without the dry suit. Once I throw the dry suit on, it I'm having trouble just keeping in a level plane. I'm all over the place. uh,
Hey, we did figure out the other day. I know you haven't been privy to this, but we figured out a new thing for the Halloween dive.
Sweet. I'm
Yeah.
all ears for Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. We just have to have a diver that's got the Pennywise mask on, and then we're going to put my wife in a dry suit and tie a string to her and say we all float down here.
I might be able to come up with a mannequin or something to do that. We'll leave Krista alone.
Hey, even she admitted that was a good one. So, I mean, she told me that was good. That was good. Oh, yes, thank you. I hate you. Oh, goodness. All right, JoJo, you got any final thoughts for us for tonight before we sign off?
Stay safe, enjoy the water. I can't wait to get back in myself. So,
Keep a practicing.
keep going. I'm
That's
ready
right.
for another dive.
Well, we've got all summer long, so it's going to be a rocking summer, and the sad part, it'll be over with before you know it. So get out, get them dives in, and enjoy your diving adventures. That all you got, Joe?
Oh, God, I was
Oh.
waiting for the cut.
Oh well, I haven't
Like,
said mine yet. I got to say mine. Didn't really have any news stories tonight. I kind of gave the most updated ones last week. That's the thing about scuba news is you don't hear a whole lot unless it's something major. I haven't heard anything else on the what was it over in Malaysia, the
fire.
the boat fire. Yeah, I haven't heard anything else on it. So I don't know. It's like anything else, scuba is so small of an industry. Some things we hear about, some things we don't. The ones we hear about are usually something pretty significant, but you don't get a lot of details. So,
Yep. Well,
so
keep an ear out.
yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead. If you guys didn't get to see the things that's going to be added to the Veterans Memorial, let me go ahead and throw that up real quick. The site name plaque that's going to go in. Right there, of course, Sheepdog Impact Assistance. They're the ones who made it possible. They donated all the stones and helped place them and all of that. So a lot of hard work went into it. This was sent to me the other day. They're going to be sinking that at the memorial site. So for those of you all who didn't get to see it, here's that. And then the statue of the eagle. Still waiting to find out when we're going to be getting that one and sinking it. So not sure on that one yet, but we'll stay tuned.
Yep. I'm going to miss it. I hate it. It's the first Memorial Weekend I've missed in a long time.
Well, you know, you're going to be in Florida. You suck. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in here with us on your Monday night. There's a lot of things you could be doing, and we're glad you guys tuned in with us. Sit here and chit chat about different things, scuba related, the park, the Memorial Women's Dive Day. You know, all the cool things we've got coming up, and we're just appreciative to be able to be here and chit chat and talk things scuba. I mean, I love scuba diving. I've been doing it since, well, if I tell you since when, I'll give away my age. So we'll just say, it's been a while. I think that'll be the trick. Huh?
Oh, 13 for me, so.
I think that'll be the trivia question next week. How long have I been diving? I know I've said it, so I don't know how many people have listened or remember, but I think that might be a good one next year.
Maybe.
Or not next year, next week. I'm trying to think on to next year, JoJo.
Let's do this one.
Well, you know what next year is, right?
Big 25.
Huh?
Your big 25? No, 30.
Yeah, 30. I was going to say 25 was 4 years ago.
About middle aged.
We're middle aged. Thought that was 40.
I ain't going to live that long.
I hear you. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back next Monday night right here on the Penny Royal Divers Group Monday Night Safety Stop. Catch us over on our YouTube channel. If you're diving with us this weekend, we can't wait to see you. If you're diving elsewhere, we hope you have a safe, fun, and great diving adventure. So until next week, we'll catch you guys later.